If you clicked on this video, you probably already understand the importance of sleep, and you're looking for ways to get more of it. I will quickly mention that the following tips are from the book Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker, and I'll leave a link to the book in the description if you're interested in reading it yourself. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Tip number 1 for better sleep: manipulate the room temperature. This is one tip that is often overlooked, but one that I can personally say has helped me the most. Sleeping in a colder room has been shown to help people fall asleep faster, and Walker himself says that a room temperature of about 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18.3 degrees Celsius has been shown to be ideal for most people. Obviously, this isn't a one-size-fits-all type of solution, so play around with the temperature and see what works best for you. Another tip that I'll lump in right here is taking a hot bath or shower in the evening before sleeping. This has a similar effect, as the hot bath will dilate the blood vessels on the surface of your skin, allowing you to release inner heat from your body and subsequently drop your core temperature, helping you fall asleep faster. Tip number 2, follow a regular sleep schedule. This one is very straightforward. Go to sleep and wake up at the same time every single day. Yes, even on the weekends. A lot of people are consistent with this during the weekdays, but then interrupt the schedule when the weekend comes around. While that's understandable, if you want the best results possible, you need to make your sleep schedule as consistent as you can. Tip number 3, build a bedtime routine. This tip builds off the previous one. Your bedtime routine can be personalized to look however you want it to look, but it's important that you give yourself enough time to unwind before bed. For me, I like to jump in a warm shower and then read for a bit. This gives me time to clear my mind and relax my body in time for bed. Whatever you decide to include in your bedtime routine, make sure you aren't doing anything that'll keep you up. Which brings me to the next part of the video. Things to avoid. First on the list, avoid consuming caffeine late in the day. Many suggest that you use 2 p.m. as the cutoff for this, but I personally like to cut out caffeine even earlier, at around 12 p.m. We all know that caffeine keeps us awake, but it stays in our system for longer than most realize. Be mindful of drinks and foods other than coffee that may contain caffeine, such as chocolate and tea, as you may consume these without being aware of the caffeine content. Next on things to avoid, too much light, especially blue light. This is the biggest one in my opinion, as it's the number one culprit for sleep problems in all the people I talk to. We use our phones way too much, and many of us use them late at night, in our beds, right before we sleep. How can we expect to sleep when the blue light from our phone blocks the release of melatonin, the hormone that tells our body it's time to sleep? Here's a cycle that many people I've spoken to fall into. They use their phones in bed as they're trying to sleep. When they decide it's time to sleep, they put their phone down and try to fall asleep. They lie there and then roll around for who knows how long. They can't fall asleep, so what do? They get back on their phone, hoping to occupy themselves with something until they get sleepy. Again, the phone, specifically the blue light, is exactly what's keeping them up, so they're just in this cycle where they can't fall asleep. Don't do this. Put the phone away, or whatever other device it is you use. Your laptop, tablet, TV, turn them off. Find something else to do before bed. Do some yoga, read a book, write in a journal. Whatever it is you do before bed, avoid blue light. And to wrap up this video, the last few things you want to avoid are big meals right before bed, exercise right before bed, and naps too late in the afternoon or the evening. None of these are inherently bad, but they can make it harder to fall asleep if you do it too close to your bedtime. So, if you're gonna have a big meal, have it earlier in the day. If you're gonna exercise, and you should, do it at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime so it doesn't interfere with your sleep. If you follow all of these tips, you should have a much easier time falling asleep. If not, consider seeing a professional, as there's probably other factors at play, and you really shouldn't let your sleep fall behind, as this could be extremely detrimental to your health. With all that being said, I really hope you found value in this video, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. Try out these tips and let me know what works best for you. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more informative and helpful content like this. Also, check out my blog for the transcribed version of these videos, and follow my Instagram. I'll be sure to leave all these links below. I'll catch you on the next one.